So guys, our long road of making this character is now almost at the end, or completely at the end, if we can be honest, but still we need to make the final thing, the background. This green background seems a little bit odd, maybe a bit, not a bit, but a lot poisonous. So let's try and make it not so poisonous by, let's turn on this bottom one and this to overlay. This is not so bad, but again a little bit more green. So I will control U and just make it like this color is better, I think. This is a better color definitely. Although I don't like this kind of line here. It's cool, but it's not the best. It's almost the best, but it's not cool. No, it's just a line. It makes that this is kind of a something that they sit on. Although I don't think we need it, so let's disable it and let's make the same color, those darkenings here, and see what happens. So I think this top area should be darker, so her hair and her face is a little bit more, they get on the way, they get in front. This is the darkening that I'm doing. And the sides also I'm darkening. And here in the middle, let's play a little bit with the eraser brush. Okay, not with Alt. It's like this. But I think maybe a bit better blue, not so greenish, will be fine. Let's see. Yeah, bluish, but lighter blue. Like this. And this maybe we'll turn down the opacity a bit, so it's not that visible. And we will have kind of a good thing. Although this orange, the orange rim light, maybe it's too much. So let's see which one is it. This one. Let's change the color of it to more blue, light blue, a little bit less saturated, so closer to the background. Although let's see if this is not bad. I mean, closer to the background is good, but it doesn't give us so much of a contrast. Let's see it better, like this. Okay, blue, why not? Not good. Okay, Control Z is working also inside these windows, which is fine. Color-wise, maybe not a bad option, but still, yeah, maybe we should leave it like this. And also, put some texture in the background. A little bit of a texture in the background always helps. This will be some dirt. I always use dirt textures. I go to Google and write dirt. Go to images and find some dirt image with a good, yeah, let's write dirt texture. The texture, and I just close my eyes a little bit, not completely, and see which texture has more contrast. Although I will be able to turn on the contrast, so I like one. I won't be able to put it here. So you see, I like this one, for example, 3, and I will touch it a little bit in Photoshop and it will be the best. I will first have to save it. So I'll drag it from the browser to some folder, if I can. Okay, this is one of my folders. I'll drag it here. Good. And now I'll drag it inside here. It's very small, which is not exactly a big issue. We can sharpen it, we can do whatever we want. We can do it, make it so big. But of course, its place won't be here, where I'm putting it on the top of the stack. It should be on the bottom, just above this ones. So here, and yeah, let's try some modes like overlay or screen, multiply, too much. Something like overlay will do, but we'll have to disable the color, so from here the color down, and of course Control L will help us to sharpen the detail a little bit, like this. And then I will put it, I don't know about the smart filters though, we'll put it below this darkening layer and dial the opacity almost to 0, and then dial it up until we start to see it. And now we start to see it. So without it and with it, the difference is not that big, but it shouldn't be. It should be very, very subtle. So even if this texture is kind of a trademark, or it's object of rights or something, nobody will ever know that this texture is there, because it's so subtle. And that's it, I think, for our course. Of course, we can even put this texture on the top, so it will also be applied on our model, which of course wouldn't be very visible, but it could give us a little bit more richness of our model. And you see, here we have some white areas around the side. This we can fix or not fix. Let's try to see. Okay, part of it is from this layer here. So what I like to do, I like to go here down on those filters, or what was that, and go to stroke. And the stroke is white now, but we will change the color of the stroke to this color, blue. Then make it center, not outside, not inside, and make it 1 pixel. And now you see we don't have this white thing anymore. If we disable the stroke, white. If we enable it, we don't have this white. It's just a trick, but it's doing us no good in this area here. It's a problematic here, because we have erased some areas of the image there, which is a problem. Let me think about the solution. Maybe a mask we'll put here, and then with our brush we will just mask this area. Let's, okay, I'm trying to see the size of my brush. It's too big. I'm trying to make it smaller, but I cannot see it. Oops, here it is. There it is. Okay, mask. Okay, mask. It's too much. So Control Z, hopefully. This area here is a problematic area, because we have cut from this, so I'm not sure what exactly to do. Let me think. There's an option here on the effects, blending options, and layer mask hide effects, and I will try to use that for our advantage. So layer mask, I will try to mask this area here, and probably it will hide the effect also, because this stroke is too strong in this area where our layer is semi-transparent. but now I'm cleaning it with the mask, which is fine, because the layer mask is hiding the effect, is hiding the stroke here, which is good. I'm gonna have that. Let's see if some other areas are in danger. Hope not. They're not. Of course, here you can see this stroke is going to be a little bit whitish, but it's not exactly a big issue because it looks a bit like an effect, not a defect. And we can even go and make the stroke for those areas a bit darker and see what's going on. Let's see if we make it darker like this, if it's gonna be okay. Yeah, but now it's on the other areas it will be a bit bad. So for most areas the color of the stroke will be this one and it will be fine. For other areas we should go with the mask again and hide it. Just hide the mask where we don't need it. Not hide the mask, but hide the layer, this particular layer. Yeah, for example here. And we still will see some whitening, but it's from other layers, it's not from this one. But this one was the most whitening layer, I think. The opacity here is 30, it has to be 100, so we can work faster. Otherwise we'll work a little bit slow, which we don't like. And this now is looking good, I think. It's looking fine. And what else I would like to show you? I'm not sure. Maybe the selections. Yes, I had to show you the selections, how to make selections of this. So first we have to make sure that our pose is correct. So document, z-uplink properties, load views. We have to find the rend, hunter something, okay, and then click on cast. I think it's okay. It's okay. So now what was it? So polyframe turn on, turn off every with shift every color, which I'm not sure it's needed. Disable the polyframe here, so only the colors are selected. Then go to flat material, I think. Let me see. Go to flat color. Disable shadows and everything because we don't need it. It will just make our render slower, but it's disabled, so it's okay. And now, so what I did is turn on the polyframe, but without the frames itself. There are two little buttons here. I disabled one, so only the colors now are visible. And I will press BPR render, and we will wait a bit. So I did something wrong, probably. Yeah, let's click on here, zoom in, take on the jacket. Okay, so I disabled the wrong one, so I'll have to enable this and disable this, and now it should happen. So BPR, and we'll see. Okay, and this is what we called a clown render or ID render. I like to call it a clown render because it's like a clowny thing, but it will allow us to select different things in Photoshop very easily because they are flat colors. So now I will save it, BPR render pass, this one, save it in rend. It will be clown, save, and I may show you how to make a turntable. Why not? So let's turn on the materials back, and this one to disable it, and perspective disable. So not perspective, the floor. I will show you how to make a turntable. It's a little bit tricky sometimes, but it will not be tricky now. So we go to movie, go to the bottom two ones, title image and overlay image, and turn down this and those two, turn them down. So the ZBrush logo will not appear anywhere. Then we go to doc and large, so it will only render this document not all the thing. Movie, because window will take all the window of the ZBrush with all the ZBrush menus. We don't want that. We want dock enlarge, and now we have to just click on turntable, and ZBrush will start to make this turntable video. It will take a while, and after it's finished, we have to save it because it's inside ZBrush, and we have to save it on MP5 or MPEG format. I'm not sure, but we will save it and you will see. Let's wait for it to finish. And you should know that in this case, this will not be a render. This will be a movie with rotation, of course, the turntable, but not a render, but only the viewport, which has one advantage: it's fast. If you render and then press turntable, it will render every frame of rotation, but render. And since the one render is taking us at least 3 to 5 minutes, it will be 60 times that at least. So it will be 5 hours, for example, which I'm not sure I want. So we go to movie, export here, press X to export high quality, export, and ZBrush movie, okay, save. And now ZBrush will start doing it, and it will freeze probably at some point. Most of the time it freezes. Now it doesn't, but it should freeze. Most of the time it freezes. No, it doesn't, okay. So you notice that I'm on the flat material, and since I haven't put material on this piece here, it's with flat material. So I will go with basic and probably do the rest of my things with the basic material turned on. Otherwise, some things will be not good. Or I will just go and we'll see. But this is for this thing. Okay, this is our Photoshop file. Let's take the clown render here and just shift place it around the top of the image. And then I need to select the skin, only the skin. Let's try to select the skin with this. Maybe similar, let's try. Okay, this should be only the skin. Of course, this is selecting also some things here. I'm not sure why, but it doesn't matter that much. So, we have selection. Now we can go to our girl here and Control J to take it on. Take the selection up. I will alt click those again. And let's see. So her skin is not bad, but if we can make it better, like overlay. This overlay layer of only the skin will give us a little bit more color on her skin, a little bit more saturation, and of course I will dial down the opacity a bit, and you see, it's a bit better, in my opinion. So yeah, I think this is it for this one. But for the model, we have to go to this thing, not this one, and take one material, which is the leather material from here. We pick it and then we fill the object with it, and also those things here, let's actual. So okay, with the normal material, I think they are the best. Those, or with the hair material. Yeah, with the hair material they have to be white, so hair material is good for them. And also I have a problem with something here, which is those little things here. You see how their material is changing, and also on some other things. But the basic material for this is good. For this, the watch, let's see, for this part of the watch, can I select it? Control Shift A, and then I will just fill it with the basic material. It's not bad. And next we have to select the leather material, the jacket, and make this with this material. I think we are okay. So yeah, this is our model. It's looking pretty awesome, and hopefully you have had fun. I'll see you in the next video, because there probably will be next video, like goodbye or something. So, see you.